The New Testament uses three different Greek words to describe the final coming of Christ. One Greek word is where we get the English word apocalypse. It describes, at least the original meaning of the word, it describes that something that was hidden,
Apocalypse now.
almost deliberately hidden,
He's
but
going to talk about
now
apocalypse
it is being revealed.
right now.
The book of Revelation, which is the last book of the Bible, is sometimes called the book of the apocalypse, because through John, who is having these visions, he is given those hidden signs to let us know of the final coming of Christ. Now, another Greek word that is used for the final coming of Christ, but we're used to it being used more for Christmas, is the word Epiphany. Now, if you remember from whenever I preach about the Feast of the Epiphany, I think I've said this like 9 years in a row, the word Epiphany is a Greek word which means manifestation. Another Greek word that is used interchangeably with the word Epiphany is theophany. The word theophany tends to be used more in the Old Testament. And theophany means a manifestation of God's presence. Now in Rome, they took this Greek word and they used it to describe the installation of a new emperor. The emperor was originally just an army general. He was the commander of an army. But over a period of time, the emperor became the head of the government because, well, whoever controls the army controls the government. And whoever controls the government controls the rest of us.
It's that way a lot.
Now, if you are an absolute dictator and you have the army backing you up,
Hey, Growmiez, how's it going?
It's not too long, over a period of time.
Wait a minute. Is my mic on? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I update the church website on like Saturday night / Sunday morning. Let me show you. Get down here. I even made my own favicon, right? And actually, that favicon is from the picture of the stained glass window on the northern side. Anyway, schedule right here. So it's going to be out of date by 9:30. So I usually do it on like Sunday mornings or Saturday night to, and like I had me a whiskey, and we can get into that when, like, I don't know what you're up to, but this takes like takes about an hour, so we can game after that, but it's kind of boring, but I'm doing all this. I might as well just go live, and it's kind of a how-to, yeah, no problem, man. But I'll tell you about the gemstones and the party I went to, holiday party, had me a whiskey and all that kind of stuff, and just chilling. I may fall asleep on it, no problem, man, because that's kind of what I was getting to. Is I ate a big bowl of pasta, went to sleep, and I woke up, and now I'm ready to get this done and get ready for Sunday, I guess. So no problem, man. It's kind of a boring thing anyway, but I listen to Father Harris while I'm doing it because he posts all of his things on SoundCloud. So like basically, and I don't know if we've ever chatted about this, but like on, let's see, what was I talking about? Okay, I went down and did some community service. You know what that is. And I through the church, I did it at this priory with these monks, and I did some handiwork for them and stuff like that. And let's see, can't believe it's December 15th already. It's almost a new year, but it's almost a new decade, Growmiez. It's almost the start of the 20s. But anyway, So I went down there, and like they have church every day, right? And uh, they like it's basic church. It's the basic structure. 12 minutes. 12-minute long church, you know? And so to kind of come back around to what he's recording here, so the basic structure of church is a reading from the Old Testament, a little reading from the New Testament, and then the priest reads a little bit of the gospel. And the gospel, from what I understand, is either the words or the actions of Jesus, something related to that. And then, so you got the Old Testament, New Testament gospel, and then the priest talks about the gospel. And that's what he's recording here. And then after that, you go up and you get your Jesus cracker and wine. You shake hands and you go home. But there's a lot of like goulash and stuff in between here and there, like a lot of the singing and chanting, and there's reasons for that, and I don't know, you know what I mean? It's just it's fluff. It's 45 minutes of fluff. But anyway, yeah. So this is what he records, and he talks about stuff, and so I'm gonna give it a little play, and I don't blame you if you don't stick around, but I actually kind of enjoy listening to what he has, and his things are like 10 minutes long, so I'm gonna kind of roll through a couple of them while I try and speed update the bulletin. And cheers. And also I sent you an email, so I'm gonna try and get your package in the mail. Actual sermon's only 12. Yeah, a lot of them are anywhere from 7 minutes to 15 minutes. The obituary masses are on here too. They're like an hour long, but anyways, yeah, if I don't put you to sleep, I'm gonna go ahead and try to speed update the bulletin, see if I can do it in like 20 minutes. Cheers.
You can see how they looked upon the emperor as a god, because the emperor in some ways had god-like power. What is the ultimate power that God has? He has absolute power over whether you live or you die. And the emperor had that sort of power. Didn't matter what sort of laws were on the books. If the emperor says you will die, you will die. If you are to live, you are to live. And so you can understand why the emperor, over a period of time, began to be reverenced like a god. So when we speak of the epiphany of the Christ,
I don't know, let me check.
We're speaking of a manifestation that he is truly God, but also a manifestation that he is king, that he will rule over everything. And if you remember, when the wise men, the Magi, came to looking for the child, what did they say? We're looking for a king. Although I imagine their idea of a king was much more narrow than the kingship of Christ, which encompasses the entire universe. But the word I really want to talk about tonight is the Greek word parousia. Matter of fact, the word parousia is used the most in the New Testament to describe the final coming of Christ. And the reason why the Greek word parousia is coming to my mind, it's used in that second reading where St. James, he's telling people to be patient with each other, but he ends, he says, "Behold, the judge is at the gates." Now, the word parousia, it roughly means to come, to arrive. So actually, the Latin word Advent is a translation of the Greek word parousia. But in the ancient world, the Greek word parousia, it had a very practical meaning. In terms of common parlance, it was used to describe that moment when a king and his army arrived at the gates of a town, of a city, and the people in the town had to make a decision whether they're going to let him in or keep him out and fight him. Now, if you had a king with this huge army right outside the gates of your city, this was what they meant by parousia. We had one of two reactions. You couldn't remain apathetic about it, like, oh, okay, that's just another thing. I'm just going to eat lunch now. No, if there was a king outside the gate, either you're in dread or you were filled with joy. You were probably in dread if that wasn't your own king, that was a king who was out to slaughter everyone in that city for revenge for whatever reason. But more often than not, the Perusia, the arrival of a king at a city, was an occasion of great joy. Because if it was your king, and he came with his army, then you were safe. Keep in mind that the Roman Empire, it was a vast empire spreading over all of the Mediterranean area. And if you lived on the very outskirts of the Roman Empire, well, the emperor didn't come oftentimes to your location. And being that there wasn't an army stationed there, you were very prone. The hinterlands of the empire was very prone to invaders, to people stealing, etc. But if the king arrived with his army, you knew you were safe. All was well. So I suppose in the context of tonight's liturgy, we are challenged to see our King. He is here. Our King is constantly knocking at the door of our hearts. Now, I think part of it is most of us, we go about our common things that we have to do. We get wrapped up in Christmas and everything else, and we lose that awareness that Christ is at the doors, at the gates of our heart. And so that's why many times when the gospel message is preached, it goes in one ear and out the other. We're already thinking about what we're going to do for supper. But if we have that keen awareness that Christ is standing right in front of you, you can't be apathetic. Your mind won't be engaged on the next thing you do. Either you will have dread, because you'll be thinking, I have to account for how I've been misbehaving, or I'll be filled with joy, because I've been waiting for that Savior, and I'm waiting for him to rescue me. Obviously, this liturgy is not inviting us to dread the fact that our King is here. We're invited to rejoice. He's our Savior. We're invited to rejoice because the hidden mysteries of God have been revealed to us in the person of Jesus Christ. This Jesus Christ, the God-made man, the King of the universe, has revealed himself in the past. He will reveal himself in a definitive way in the future as a conquering king. But we believe he continues to reveal his presence to us now through sign, through sacrament, through the proclamation of his word. And as I said, he continues to stand at the gates of our hearts, begging to let us in, to let him in. In addition to this being the vigil of the third Sunday of Advent, it's December 14th. It's the feast day of St. John of the Cross. He's the co-founder of the Discalced Carmelite order, an order to which I belong. So today is a special feast day for me. I would like to conclude by sharing with you an Advent poem entitled, If You Want. This poem is attributed to St. John of the Cross. If you want, the Virgin will come walking down the road, pregnant with the holy, and say to you, I need shelter for the night. Please take me inside your heart. My time is so close. Then, under the roof of your soul, you will witness a sublime intimacy, the divine, the Christ, taking birth forever as she holds on to your hand for help. For each of us is the midwife of God, each and every one of us. Yes, there under the dome of your being does creation come into existence eternally. Through your womb, dear pilgrim, the sacred womb of your soul, as God is grasping your arms for help. For each of us is the beloved servant, never meant to be far. If you want, the Virgin will come walking down the street, pregnant with life, singing for joy. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. Prepare the way of the Lord, make straight his paths. All flesh shall see the salvation of God. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
As they were coming down from the mountain, the disciples asked Jesus, "Why do the scribes say that Elijah must come first?" He said in reply, "Elijah will indeed come and restore all things. But I tell you that Elijah has already come, and they did not recognize him, but did to him whatever they pleased. So also will the Son of Man suffer at their hands." Then the disciples understood that he was speaking to them of John the Baptist. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Will the real prophet Elijah please stand up? When you look at Matthew, there's no doubt that it was the view that the Elijah was John the Baptist. Now, to give you some background, and there were prophecies of the coming Messiah, that Elijah would somehow prepare the way. So definitely, Matthew says, now Jesus has identified John the Baptist to be that Elijah. But if you look at another gospel passage, I think it's John, actually. I guess I should have wrote all this down before I came this morning. But you hear John the Baptist, when he's asked, well, are you Elijah? He says, I am not. I am merely a voice crying out in the wilderness. So here you got Jesus saying he was Elijah. But John himself says, no, I'm not. So what's going on here? Well, you have to understand that they were waiting for a Messiah, and there were prophecies. But as you can imagine, these prophecies were pretty vague. So there was two strains of thought at the time when it came to the one who would prepare the way. You know, one would be like Elijah, who would prepare the way for the Messiah. But there was also a strain of thought that Elijah himself would be a Messiah. So in the one case, Jesus says, well, he's the one who is preparing the way. But John says, by saying, I'm not Elijah, he's saying, I'm not the Messiah. I'm merely preparing the way. I'm not worthy to even hold his sandals. Either way, I think we can say that the spirit of Elijah was on John the Baptist. And even though Elijah was an
Well, you know, to be fair, he was called John the Baptist, not John the sandal holder.
Continues to live on in this new dispensation that we all live under, this new dispensation that was established by our Lord Jesus Christ. Now, when I say the spirit of Elijah, well, what does that mean? Well, it's a prophetic voice, a voice that speaks to the world. But what does that voice speak of? What does it remind the world? That the all-powerful and all-omnipotent God is present. He's present now in here, in sign and mystery, and he continues to work in our life. So even though we live in this ever-changing world, if we're attuned to it, we will be aware that the never-changing God is present. Now, as many of you know, I belong to the Discalced Carmelite order. And the Carmelites, both that of the ancient observance and of the Reform, we hold to having two spiritual founders. One being, of course, the Blessed Virgin Mary, Our Lady of Mount Carmel. And she represents to the Carmelite order the contemplative life. You know, the woman who took all the words of Jesus and placed them in her heart, pondering those words. So there's that contemplative element represented by Mary. But there's also, the Carmelites also have as a co-founder Elijah the prophet. And the order actually began on Mount Carmel, where the famous confrontation between Elijah and the prophets of Baal. So there's that element that's more of an active, a prophetic voice in our world. I think if you look at today's saint, St. John of the Cross, he was one of those unique saints that embodied both of those things. He embodied the contemplative nature of the Blessed Virgin Mary, but also the prophetic voice of Elijah the prophet. St. John of the Cross was a Spanish mystic. He was a poet, by the way, too. He's the official poet laureate of Spain. And, of course, he was a Carmelite friar and a priest. His efforts towards Reformation, along with St. Teresa of Avila, it led to the creation of the Discalced Carmelite order, a separate branch of the order, devoting to the order's original vocation of contemplation. I happen to be a member of the secular branch of that order, and so this is an important day to me personally. It's also an important day to Father Scott Archer, who's a Facebook buddy of mine. Although he doesn't belong to the Discalced order, he belongs to what he calls the ancient observance. And he always points out on his Facebook page that St. John of the Cross is also honored by the other branch of the Carmelite order because he remained a Carmelite of ancient observance. The Discalced Carmelites didn't really break off until after his death. So Father Archer always reminds me that he died of a member of the ancient observance, not of the Carmelite order. And I always remind him, you had to get that in, didn't you? Now, it is true that both St. John of the Cross and St. Teresa of Avila, they did not set out to start a whole different order. They were trying to initiate a reform within the order. But as you can imagine, not everyone was happy with the changes that St. John of the Cross and St. Teresa of Avila was
Goody, everyone's
order.
alive.
Things grew so dire for St. John of the Cross that in 1577, a group of Carmelites kidnapped him and took him to stand trial, despite the fact that he had permission to start this reform. John was imprisoned and tortured for 9 months before escaping. And I'm reminded, being that today is Saturday, a day in honor of the Blessed Virgin Mary, that supposedly it was the result of an apparition of Mary coming to St. John of the Cross in his cell, that he was able to miraculously escape. Supposedly, the story goes, again, he was starved, he was deprived in so many ways. It's lucky he survived what he went through in 9 months. And there was no sign that he'd ever be let out. But the Blessed Virgin Mary supposedly appeared to him in his cell and showed him how to get the hinges off the door, how to get out the door. Now, somehow, the guards were asleep. Isn't that interesting? How it almost reminds you of the escape of Peter of prison. And he wasn't familiar with this monastery. Supposedly Mary kind of led him by the hand down a corridor to a place where he could get out on a ledge and scale down the side of this monastery. So, by the very fact that we have the reform, the Discalced Carmelites at all, is a result of the direct intervention of the Blessed Virgin Mary. This horrible suffering that he went through for 9 months, it did bear some fruit, however. His suffering turned out to be a source of inspiration for him. While he was in prison, he wrote one of his most famous poems, called the Spiritual Canticle. Matter of fact, my little secular community that we meet in Moline, we're actually studying that canticle right now. He didn't have any paper. So as you can imagine, as he was in this dark cell, he would memorize all the stanzas of this poem in his head, all 31 stanzas of it. And later on, some of the guards took pity on him and gave him like little scraps of paper, and like a little pencil, and he would write bits and pieces down, and somehow he hid it. But for the most part, he had to memorize all this, and he didn't write it down until after he escaped. In the spiritual canticle, St. John of Cross tries to explain the mystical process that follows the soul until it reaches its union with God. In order to get this across, St. John uses an allegory. The search for the husband, the search for the husband, which is Christ, by the wife, which is the human soul. In 1584, he was asked to write a commentary to explain his poem. So he escaped, he wrote it down, and it wasn't made public. He just shared it with some nuns he knew, and they were reading it, and they didn't understand it. So they said, could you write an explanation of this? So with every stanza, he would write a commentary. And so when you get the spiritual canticle now, you get both the poem, but the commentary with it, the finished product. But it's interesting to note that the finished product that we have now wasn't completed until a good 10 years after he got out of that prison. And for that matter, the final product was published in Spain in 1630, about 40 years after St. John of the Cross had died. Today, the spiritual canticle with its commentary is considered a spiritual classic.
Done.
We may never see the final fruits of our labor.
Time for a turtle.
The seed of faith we plant may not come to full bloom until we are long gone. Like today's saint, we are challenged to pick up our cross and follow the Lord, trusting that the Lord will turn our crosses into crowns. Being today is Saturday, a day in honor.
Yes, I'm eating a turtle.
A poem
Candy.
St. John of Cross supposedly wrote. He meant it as an Advent poem, and it's called If You Want. And here's the poem. If you want, the Virgin will come walking down the road, pregnant with the Holy, and say, I need shelter for the night. Please take me inside your heart. My time is
This is
so
church
close.
for me, Growmiez. Don't tell anyone.
Then, under
I
the
need to go
roof
more
of
often.
your soul, you will witness
Shame on me.
sublime intimacy, the divine, the Christ, taking birth forever as she grasps your hand for help. For each of us is the midwife.
I always break it into three things. You know, you got faith, then you got religion, and then you got church.
Under the dome of your being.
And everyone has a religion. It's like and like well, just I'll go ahead and do that.
Womb of your soul. As God our arms for help. For each
Particular
of us
system of
is
faith and
the
worship,
servant
or
of the
and
Father.
we can look up faith and worship,
If you
but
want, the Virgin
a
will
pursuit of
come
interest to which someone
walking down
ascribes
the street
supreme importance.
to you.
You need to go to sleep, that kind of stuff. But as a whole, it all kind of boils down. So you got faith, and then you got religion, but then you got church, and church is about community, and I need to spend more time in the community. I need to get out more, etc. Cheers. I'm a preacher of sports. Yeah, good old sports. No, I mean sorts. Gotcha. Well, cheers, Growmiez. Hey, you're a good guy, man, so I expect to see you in the afterlife. I don't really fully understand the afterlife. I can talk more scientifically about God and the existence of God than I can about the afterlife. But we'll get there someday. Sports. My church is the forest or the desert or mountains at 4 a.m. My pulpit is my DJ booth. Gotta spin them tunes, man.
Neither eating nor drinking, and they said he is possessed by a demon.
Well, like I said, the basic idea of going to church is to, it's kind of get together, and it's sort of like, it's like going to the ballpark, You go to the ballpark and you sit down and you enjoy the game. You enjoy the the whatever the, you can
Those
see,
who
like,
follow you, Lord, will have.
Growmiez, the way I bill it on my business posts is see Father Harris live Sundays at 9 in the morning. You can see him live instead of just listening to him. But it's the church, and the church does a lot of other things too. Like when I do the dishes for the benefits, we actually raise money for that stuff, dude. And that helps people. It's like you can get wild and be like talking about like the national charities and stuff, but this is like local stuff where I know all the people involved, and everybody, nobody pockets the $280 that we raised for, diapers last month or something like that. Or when we raised $1,800 for the rummage sale or something. It's all goes to a good cause. So our, like, as far as my church is concerned, the St. John St. Mary's, there's a pretty good deal going on there. I like it. Let's see, where were we? Oh, we got the prayer request list, the prayer request list done. Nobody died this week, and a lot of people got unbolded, so that's good. Alright. So, is there anything left? Church is full of weirdos, but they are cool as frick weirdos. I'm weirdo. I love weirdos. Also appreciate some good. I know exactly what you mean, man. Yeah, we're all just a bunch of people trying. Is it just me, or when you were a kid, didn't you expect it? You'd know a little more by this age. I figured I'd be smarter than this by now. That's actually a joke by what's his name? That you might be a redneck if. He's like, I thought I'd be smarter than this by now. Oh yeah, Don and Lisa. Yeah, we actually we posted these. We already did that. Let's see, that multiplication is. I'm going to ask the following things. In the vestibule. So the vestibule is the back area of the church. It's like you walk into the church, that's the vestibule, then you walk in to where the bleachers are. They're not called bleachers, but they're bleachers. And then the front area is called something, and that kind of stuff. So same flyer placed on all 4 boards. Well, some people might not know that we have 4 bulletin boards. I didn't. No tape on the newly painted. Yeah, that's important. Alright, placed a bulletin board. Okay. Maybe that does need to be made new an announcement. Okay, so we're not going to do these. These are the app. Oh, this is this is something for. I was going to talk to Jeanette about this. I don't know. Hey, Growmiez, you might have seen this on YouTube. There's a guy from like the 60s. His name's Bishop Fulton Sheen. This is what he looks like. Creepy as all get out. He's got the hat, the cape. He's got black eyebrows and gray hair, and he's just weird and creepy. But I guess he's a really great guy. I didn't know all that. But, like, okay, so there's some kind of drama going on with, like, Bishop Fulton Sheen is supposed to be beatified as a saint by the Holy See, which is the Vatican, and we actually have his ashes. Like, these 2 churches I'm updating the website for are part of the Peoria Diocese, and the Peoria Diocese has Bishop Fulton Sheen's ashes resting, but the beatification has been put on pause for some reason. But they sent out this announcement somewhere. I don't know, I had it somewhere, and it's like, Due to this political climate, we think it's important to say that at no time has, and nor is there now, any accusations against Bishop Fulton Sheen and a minor. It's like, yep, you gotta state that. That's what you gotta do. Especially after what happened, so gotta make sure that's clean. But anyway, I guess he's a really good guy. I need to watch some of his videos. Well, he might be a saint. You're supposed to make him a saint, but there's no telling when it'll actually happen. It was gonna happen, and then it got put on hold. So, I like churches because I'm into ancient architecture. I like religion in the churches. Some churches are cool, man. I mean, friggin'. History interests me a lot. I like churches because they are good people with good moral values. Usually, yeah. And the ashes at a church. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's basically what's going on. We got a saint's ashes or something, you know, holy relic or whatever. It's like, you know, special or something. And you know, much love to whatever Fulton Sheen did. Great teacher. A lot of learning videos. This is a timer. I know that, Stream Elements. You don't have to tell me it. Well, actually, you know, go ahead and remind me, because sometimes I forget. Yeah, some of the churches are cool, and like some of the things that Father Harris talks about is like, he talks about like that there's this church somewhere with this really tiny door, and the idea was that a lot of the valuables could be kept in the church. And with the tiny door that you had to like crouch down to crawl through, it was harder for people to run in, steal the stuff, and get out. So, so my mom's a Catholic, my dad's an atheist, biology professor. Gotcha. I had talked to him about the 5 ways or something like that. That's you know, it uses the laws of science. That's the thing about the Big Bang is like, okay, what started the Big Bang? It you know, there's really no explanation within science except for the unmoved mover. That follows, you know, the laws of motion and conservation of energy, etc., etc. So that's funny. Thanks, man. I like to have a good time, you know. And cheers. All right. So what I was just kind of doing is checking the email. I think a lot of this is like announcements that I can do. Yeah, like this one's just a homily. There's a bulletin. We got that done. Fulton Sheen Novena. Yep. So actually, our Bishop Daniel Jenke, really nice guy. He uploaded a YouTube thing to like some Monsignor's page. Couple 100,000 subscribers or something like that. Anyway, he's like, hey, Bishop Fulton Sheen, great guy, all that. So we need to pray for his ashes to be sanctified or whatever it is. Oh, Christmas message. Alright, so we'll upload that one. And I think that's the same announcement. Yes, it is. So we'll do that. And that. And we'll come back to those later. You wanna play a little game? Nothing like going from the prayer request list right on over to shooting some kind of alien creature. Good old grenade launchers. Oh yeah, Father Harris is kind of popular a little bit. He's got like, this is funny, he talks about Mrs. Bubblegum, I want to be your Mr. Jiggle Stick. He's funny, he's a Star Wars fan too, so it's funny to listen to him, you know, talk about stuff, and he's, you know, he's a funny guy. That's Father Harris right there. I'm not an exorcist. Oh yeah, hey, did we talk about that, Growmiez? Because there was like some kind of an announcement for a call for exorcism in the church for like a day of penance or something, and that was the same day I got sick. Freaky. I was gonna ask about that. Yeah, let's get to it, man. We can just roll on over to that. And game. I'm gonna change the name. GAMETHOUSAND. So, don't close it out. Don't screw it up. Okay. Let's, okay, yep, we're done with that. And everything working? Good thing I double checked. You ever put a tube on night mode? It's way better. Reverse black instead of white. You know, I should actually. I did that a couple times, but I'm sitting here with a giant 55-inch TV as a screen, right? And it's like my light. Like if I ever want lighting, I just switch over to Excel to a blank page, and I've got all that lighting right up in my business. But sometimes I'll switch over to pages that are darker to get less light. Sometimes I'll actually wear sunglasses. Sometimes I'll wear them on stream too. Hey Growmiez, what do you think? Should we eat a donut or should we do a scratch ticket? Last year I did a scratch ticket, won $20 live on stream. Let's play. I'm using Windows 7, so when I show the desktop, my face turns blue. You know when I'm blue? A donut already? So do a scratch. Okay. Okay, that's a good plan. I'm gonna load this game like I'm loading a bowl. It's called Honey Hiker, by the way, Growmiez. Really nice. Very, it's dense but light. I mean, it's airy, but like, not airy, you know. It's not overly sticky. Oh yeah, we just got done fighting Gonark and his gonads. Well, that's weird. It turns everything blue when I'm standing in the healing pond. I don't know if there's any of them little friggin' headless turkeys running around. Last thing I need. We beat him though. A little late, don't you think? Just rockets. Alright, that's alright. Chris was all bummed when he emailed me back the other day. We bong out every night almost, and he was still all bummed. That's sweet of him. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Oh, you don't know nothing about Chris? Chris has an epic beard, dude. Chris's beard is phenomenal. Chris has a really long beard. He's standard one of us stoners. Ain't necessarily a man of money, but he's a nice feller. He's been growing with the gem powder. He's been telling me about having good results. He reordered from me. Gotta turn up the brightness. So, I mean, obviously it's gotta help the home grower some. Twisted Roots told me to have some ground up so that he could buy some more this year. Beards are cool. Yeah, I don't have a beard either, Growmiez. They run in my family too. Oh, there's a teleporter, so they've been teleporting in and out of Gonarchs, Gonads. Oh yeah, we come in, we go in there later, don't we? Right? Yeah. So, you're telling me we teleported all the way over there and we could have just teleported here? Come on now. Alright, you ready to blow it? Let's blow it. Boom. Did we miss anything? I can deal with the itch long enough to get it that long. Yeah, I can. Dude. Freaking 2 days and I'm scratching at the dang thing so much it gets painful. I go shave it off. I feel a million times better, man. I don't get it. Beards run in my family, but I don't get it. Oof. Yikes. Nothing? That's a nice thing about this gun is that it doesn't shoot fire. Really? Nothing? Oh, okay, I got it. There we go. I knew it was around there somewhere. I could hear it. And we wait, and then we roast a marshmallow, we light our bong, and we move along. And we sing our song. Side by side. Well, that's cool. Like the way they have that moving, it's just ambience like that. Makes for a better game. More realistic, feel. Well, I don't remember this area. Okay, I got it. Flares for a reason. You want a hug? You can have a hug. I'll hug you wherever your hug area is. Oh, I was trying to move and he was walking away. I can't believe. I can't believe how ineffective the shotgun is. But I have, I mean, well, that's why I have so many shotgun bullets. Okay. I think that was kind of a waste, but we did it anyway. Moving along, pretending like it didn't happen. Yeet. Oh, Growmiez, so, okay. I got a frickin' walnut stuck in my tooth. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, we're gonna try some logic that doesn't work. I'm gonna eat another turtle and see if that will get rid of it. Nah, I'm gonna go with water. Going with water. Oh, why it's so stuck there. Water got it. Well done. Well done, everyone. Cheers. Well done. Well done. Keep up the good work. So, Growmiez. What was I saying? Gems. So, I cut up some gems, right? And, oh yeah, I'm gonna get your samples in the mail. I don't really have a lot of gems to throw in there, but maybe I can throw you a rough piece in there, because otherwise it'll be a while before I get you your samples. I don't want to get them to you. So you can, I mean, because we're in the middle of a scientific study here, brother. And don't feel obligated, just, keep me in the loop if you can. But, we talked about that. Anyway, maybe I can throw a rough piece of crystal in there so you can check that stuff out. I'll throw you in one of them chevron amethyst points. Pink amethyst. It's beautiful. It's interesting, too. Nice study piece. Cheers. Ooh, the Ghostbusters gun. There's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Yeah, I really like the upgrades they gave Gonark. The way that he fires them explosive things like that. Oh, I guess we gotta play fire it off with him, don't we? Alright then. Bring it on, Gonark. Got him. Oh, he ran off. Boom, we missed it. No, 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 no. Okay. We didn't get hit. Okay. If you could have seen me, you'd have seen that I actually leaned into that. So I went in town to take some gems. You were asking me in my email. I went in town and took some gems in town and, you know, sold some gems, sold a bottle of powder. Not sure where I'm going. I see him waiting over there. Alright, let's blow it. Ready? Boom. Nice. You know, one thing I've never upgraded on my computer Growmiez is my sound card. My motherboard's supposed to have some kind of super, you know, caps or something like that, gold-plated, whatever you have is. Wow. But, I guess we run. They slide around after they land. So, after I went and sold some gems, there we go. I went and, wow, that's cool. We're getting close to him. Interesting. I went and, suit juice. Give me the suit juice. Oh, it's been so long. 100% power. Give me the suit juice. After I did that, I went to this, like, pop-up party and bought a shirt. Got him. He didn't like that too much. No direct sight. I like the electromagnetic gun. You know what? I think we just need to run for it. I don't think we're actually doing anything. time with those giant boogers of explosion. Someone needs to get him a Kleenex. Why do they call it a Kleenex? Shouldn't it be a clean nose? Oh, give me the health, baby. Okay. Gee whiz, that guy again. Actually, am I going that direction? Yeah, I think I am. I am what I am. And that's all that I am. Because yams are delicious. Did you regret that? Hmm? You gonna behave now? How did that not transfer? Wow. There we go. I think that was about perfectly placed. That couldn't be placed any better. Which way are we going? This way? No. This is a cave.
Our level is 100%.
Enter F to pay respects. Shotgun is worthless. Oh man. Or Ghostbuster bullets. Something strange. Your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Chick Busters. Yeah, I like this gun. This is a gun that I am in favor of. Boom. Okay, let's go get our soup juice filled up. 100% health. 100% soup juice. Right over here. wonder what this is doing here. I don't know, but we're taking it with us. Maybe it's the map to the pizza. It's just written in an alien language. Because you know, if somebody has pizza in a place like this, they're probably gonna make a map. Yeah, we better stop using the Ghostbuster gun. Ouch. Oh. Oh. Somebody's got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. It's like they didn't want to shoulder that burden. Wow, yeah, this looks like a web where it eats and... This was a good strategy last time. Yeah, that was a cool part where he's reaching through and trying to get me. Okay, so now we're on his side, right? Oh yeah, I don't know where I'm going, do I? Well, I got the big one. But I took a few strikes myself. Wow, that's a lot of crystal. And it's the weak kind. Ooh. I jumped into it. Well, he was after me. Wow. I think he wanted what is considered to be a piece. I wonder if he can swim. Probably. Probably regularly takes baths. He probably can't find any soap, and that's why he's so upset. That's what it is. No soapyitis. Oop, that didn't work at all, did it? Nope. Went too far. I don't have any thingers. My suit is out of jump capability. Shwew. That was a lot of moving arounding. Ooh, got it.
Power 40%.
Alright, so I guess now we're actually gonna follow it. For some reason. Hey, you thing that keeps attacking me. I'm gonna follow you. You know, Growmiez, speaking of Chris, I'm gonna send him a message in Hangouts. But I'm also gonna go to the bathroom. So, I will be... Burke. Give me like 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let's go ahead and do this thing. I actually don't remember how to get out of here. To be honest. I can't remember. Oh, down the hole. Look at him shaking his booty. Like, stay away. Well, you know, I'm okay with that. I will stay away that is away from you. Oh, that looks like the battle chamber. So we're actually in the nest. And he's probably pretty upset about that. Oh. Looks like we're gonna find the long way around. Or maybe we're trapped in the nest area? Yeah, he's probably trying to trap us in the nest. Oh man, give me that good soup juice. Wheeze that soup juice. There you go. Rest in peacefulness. Oh man, explosives up the wazoo. You know we have to at least try and carry one. Boy, that worked great. We got a lot of them with that grenade. And now we only have to carry one. That worked out really well. Love this gun. This gun is so handy for just like quickly taking care of them with minimal issue. How am I supposed to enjoy the great show when I'm being attacked by thingers? I was trying to look at that. Come on now. They're both stuck, I guess. I don't know. Kind of interests me to try and get it loose. Oh. We got it. It worked. That paid off. Well done. Good job, everybody. Hard work. Dedication. That's what winners are made of. One more turtle. That was toffee. Back to the turtle. Then honey higa. Now this grenade launcher grenade took a pretty good beating. Probably should have fired the grenade launcher grenade at him.
Power level is 100%.
Because our awesomeness level is 1000%. Oh yeah, give me that health and that boom candy. Oh, we're still crouching. Okay. Well, that was an interesting display. Oh, I thought we lost it. I mean, we definitely lost our mind, but that was not the it of my reference. So, turtle time. Ouch.
Power 19.
How did I miss that? How did I miss that? I saw it the first time. The first time we played through, and then I missed it the second time. And then I just missed it there. Not to mention I'm hesitant to lose my grenade launcher grenade. Did it melt that? Oh, okay. There it is.
Power level is 100%.
I think we lost our grenade launcher grenade though. That's sad. Guess I should use more of them, huh? Oh. That's the wrong way. Boy, I got all them and it didn't even set off that thing. That's cool. Well, maybe it'll relax a little now. Oh, okay, they added those explosion things to help. Ouch. It does help explain it. Because that actually, that confused me. I was like, what do you hear? I fell asleep, but I'm back now. From bed. We're still chasing down this giant spider. And we ran away from those things because we couldn't swim. Or because they can't swim. It only takes 2 bullets, but now we're talking. Aw, no suit juice? I thought those were suit juice crystals. Anyway, I wanted to wheeze that juice. There's a hole, let's jump in it. Sounds like a great idea. I shared the stream with Chris, but I don't think he's awake either. It's, you know, it's Saturday night. Party weekend. I mean, that's what we are. Masters of party. Cool man. Masters of the partyverse. Cool man. By the power of grey lungs, I command thee, battle bomb, my trusty steed by my side. Oh. Any goodies? No? Okay. And back we go. Oop. Looks like we're headed this way. Anything up there? Nope. Okay. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Moving along because nobody cares. Almost to that spider's nest. I mean, we were like really close, and we almost tried. We tried to escape. We almost escaped. Oh, 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 oh. Just pointing out, that was a lot of body parts that flew everywhere, and that was really cool. Oh, look at this. We got an adventure. Which I guess means we're supposed to go there. That just doesn't sound very safe. And we turn, and we swim, and we call it a win. Wait a minute. What's here? Oh yeah, we didn't even bother last time though. With light and all that. Yeah. We didn't even bother. Why waste the bullets, huh? Barf. Spina. Look, hey Growmiez. That thing had spina bifida. No? No? Alright. Now we got... Oh, oh, oh. There. That way all of them... Oh. We got a friend. He likes us. We're gonna give him a love dart. That's what Cupid would do. Right? Love dart him down to the floor of the place that he lives. You know, I'm just saying, I thought there would be a treat. Some kind of treat. Some treat as... Wow, that is a lot of colors. I gotta give him that. That's pretty cool. Better reload. Reload, Dr. Freeman. Ooh, man, somebody keeps dropping us these cool things. Chris, remind me to use more explosives. Soup juice. Wheeze the juice. Wheeze the crystal juice, baby. Oh, here we go. This is the descent. Nice. Oh, look, it's a nasty slime river. Okay. Before we do this, and that must be why it gave us 100% suit juice. You know where we're going, right? Anyone who knows Half-Life knows we're about to fall down into the pit. And I used to actually be able to balance on the edge and practically defeat the thing. So, okay, let's think this through. What do we gotta do? We gotta use the, we're definitely gonna need that gun. And based on what the game has thrown at us so far, that gun. We'll probably use the Ghostbuster gun. What? I like the Ghostbuster gun. It's all, you know, take that and such. Hey, Chris is here. We were talking about you, man. We were talking about your beard. Your phenomenal beard. Anyway, we're thinking it through. Okay, so... Look at that river of dab sludge there, Chris. That's a big river of dab sludge. Growmiez. What kind of terps do you think are in that? And cheers to Kratos. Out there in Kratos land. You know, Kratostical. Kratos is at Kratos. I don't know. It's not working. I got a gloob. Darn gloobs. Haven't had one of those in a while. And a fuzzy. Alright. We're back in business. We'll just call this one the Lido Shuffle. That's funny, it's a long time. Chris, were you here for my spinal barfetta joke? Shame on me. Boy, wouldn't that be awful. Oh, we're going this way. Okay. Ooh, we got some health. Now we're talking. wrong shot. Ouch. Ouch. I think I shot myself with a thing that I shouldn't have shot myself with. I thought I'd be shooting more than little thingers. He blew up my bomb with his white spit. I missed him. Something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Jake Busters. I think we beat it. I'm gonna kiss you, Gluon Gun.
Power 15%. Power 30%.
Power awesomeness percent. He did not want to die that time. Chris, did I read off to you all the changes? All the different changes, because like when they came out with the full thing, they had a list of all the changes they made, and some things they made easier, some things they made harder. And Growmiez and I have been going through that. Whew. Yeah, we're a little short on the proton pack, but everything else is full. So I think we will proceed. Way to go, fellas. We made it happen. We're almost to the new level. Hooray for hallways. What flavor, Chris? I think Growmiez might have fallen asleep again. Ooh. Not you alone. So whatever that means, he's probably talking about Adrian Shepard. Oh, look at that. We're almost to the top of that thing. Okay, Chris, yeah, we gotta make it up here, then we gotta free them guys. Oh, that was another thing, like they changed the sound of the bad guys, and I like that. Really? They got rid of that one? Why? I never had any problem with that guy. I never had any problem with any of them. There used to be a thing here. They got rid of that. And moved it there. Okay then. How did that not dart him? That should have totally dartified the crap out of it. Dartified, it's a word. Check the dictionary of, you know, all the countries of the world. And one of them will probably have it. If not, check them again in a few years. That's not phallic. Okay, so I think we're supposed to stand on this thing, and we're not gonna... Really? Just don't spread your legs. We made it. I didn't think we were. And Chris, can you see me Ghostbuster that spider? Change that a little bit, didn't they? Just say no to gloobs. Yeah, I got that stuff for your lungs. Maybe you should give me some of what you got, man. Sounds like you got that good stuff. She whiz. Oh, yeah, I did, Chris. We'll talk about that. Oh, it looks good. Hey, Chris, look, they got that fire. Get it? They got that fire? Yeah. So, yeah, a little bit happened tonight, Chris. Oh, okay, great. They got it organized. I don't think we can get up in there. I think we tried that, and it actually like won't allow us. Yeah. Maybe we can. I don't know. We'll try that next time. So Chris, I cut some gems. I went in town, talked to the gem gal, and she's like super excited about having a line of gems that are cut by me. Artisan cut gems. Like something exclusive. Just for me. In my artistic style, so that's like really filling my head, but mostly I'm excited. She sold a bottle of powder. That was cool. And then I went to this pop-up party for a vendor that I like, who sells a really great apparel, and I bought a shirt that is actually a ladies shirt for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I got him twice. I got him twice. You saw me. That counted as twice. Yeah. Give me that proton power. Is that all of them? I think I got all of them. Yeah, sorry about that. I think that's all of them. Okay. That was close. Alan OG, gotcha. Uh-oh. Chris, we're gonna be running from those things. Alright, let's play a little bit of Super Mario Brothers. Oh. Nope. But it could be, Chris. It could be. It is very, very cold out. Oh, look at that. That thing's trying to fall down. I think we're going over it. Yeah. I remember thinking this was pretty close to the end of it, but it's not, because we have to run from those things. jump. Yeah, somewhere along here, Chris, we're gonna be running from them thing deals. Nothing? Okay. You know I gotta check, right? What? Oh, of course. Okay, here goes. Run number 1. Come on now. We made it. That was the first half, so we'll save it. And we will say cheers, Chris, Growmiez, and Kratos for being fantastic. Y'all, Campbell, wherever you are, Carlos P, Jeanette Korzenko. I'm not sure if Farah ever comes to the gaming channel, but cheers to her. Cheers to Jamie, Nacho. And everybody else who's come by the gaming channel in the past. Shout out to all of you for being great. I hear you. I hear them things up there. Hold on. Cheers. Ouch. That thing actually hurt me a little bit. In terms of like health points. And my deathometer. Oh wow, wow. I think they're upset. I think I may have upset them. Yeah, dude, them rock monsters are probably hungry too, man. Eating all them rocks. They're probably mad at me because that spider crunched all their crystals. And that was their crystal garden, and they were growing them for food. And to probably put in their bongs. Just, you know, logic. It's just logical canon. So, cheers. We made it. was a little worried there. Wow. That's a lot of them. Or what, a gaggle? A herd? No, a flock. You heard? No, it's a hill, because they're rocks. No, it'd be since they're rock monsters, it'd be a driveway, right? That was a whole driveway of rock monsters. And now it'd probably be more like a patio, like a stone patio. But then that would have to be if they were stone monsters. Wow, man, I got attacked by a whole patio of stone monsters. That makes sense, right? Okay, Chris. Then it was at this point where I was like, we're probably at the end, but nope. This is the puzzle part. This is the puzzle part where we go through all those mazes and stuff. But I think I'm actually going to take a break from this, and we'll play a little bit of opposing force for a moment. Yeah, they filled this out a little better. I like that. They did a good job. Oh, look at that. Fancy. I would even go so far as to say schmancy. This is different. I don't remember this part. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember it. Okay, we're good. So anyway, like I said, a little bit. Just a little bit of opposing force. So we remember where we are. Got him. And yes, those are bullets for that lizard gun. this gun. Oh wow, this is where we finally get this gun, Chris. Check it out. Bam. Boy, if that don't wake you up. Let's try and destroy their hideaway. Now, Chris, you know why we gotta get through this game, right? It's because we gotta play San Andreas. Because I got that one during the Super Sale as well. Remington 870. Yours? I'm trying to be a cut up.
Hey man, good to see you. Oh, I can't believe you made it past those masked freaks. Those snipers have pinned us down here pretty good. We tried making a break for it, but they know we're here. They're just waiting for their shots, and those bastards are patient.
Mm. Oh, it got him. I didn't think it actually would. Boom. I got him. Oh, Chris, did you notice all the explosives? We'll actually be going back through this area after it's all explodified. We got the sniper rifle now. Now we're talking. Okay, I remember. Let's get our buddies.
Right away, sir. I will not fail you, sir.
I hope not. Or, I mean, I demand not. Ha. Ha ha.
Area secure, sir. Bag 'em, you bag 'em.
Come on, in here. I think if I make them wait in here, then they're here when I come back. Because when we come back, we come through this.
I'm a natural-born alien killer.
Oh wow, we're almost toast. Like, dead. We got plenty of bullets. Oh, Chris, hey, you gotta see this. This part's coming up where, it's the same part as we went through on the first game. Remember the dam? Great. Yeah, that damn dam. Remember when we had the dam? Well, it was a problem, Chris. The dam was a problem. We had a it was sort of a dam problem. And okay, yeah, down exactly how to do this, guys. Hey, gals. Yeah, all that stuff up there, Chris. It just blew up. Okay, keep in mind, if one of them things hits us, we teleport. This gun actually blows me backwards. Look at that. There's one of them. That was close. Wow, that was close. That was close. Alright, yeah, Chris, we're about to come out near the dam. You notice how this gun blows me backwards? Watch this. No. Go. That was close. We ran out of ammo and flashlight. We're getting tapped. That was an accident. I mean, it was not an accident. We were testing the resilience of I don't know, something. Oh, Chris, we gotta close that door because that's a never-ending supply of them. And now we gotta close that one. Boom, we got the door shut. Dude, that's all we had to do. Just a little bit of tact. A little tact, you know. We're pretty low on those bullets. Maybe we can use this gun. Got her. We got her. I missed her. I can't believe I failed. Yep, that's 3 of them. Okay, so there. I think this is just a big turnaround. Yeah. Yep, that's exactly what you think they are, Chris. Bebes. Oh, hey. Ooh, cool. Did we miss anything? Hey, Chris, I don't know if you were ever there for any of it. Do you remember Douglas and Dragons? He released a video today. I don't know, maybe you don't remember him. He has like 200 subscribers. But his videos are... Aw, it crashed. His videos are epic, man. I mean, I don't know if he's going to like an art school or like a mime school or like a video school or what it is. But it's pretty cool. Check your zone. Oh, that's right. We need as many of those as we can get. Which is 20.
Government cover-ups were not in my job description. I bet you could get lost in this place really easy.
One more.
I got a bad feeling about this mission. It's Shepard! Hey, stand back and I'll cut it. We're gonna need your help. Roger that. Shepard, you're a sight for sore eyes. It's good to see you, sir. It's a real mess out there. I mean, these things are coming out of the damn walls. Ain't no way around them either. They just keep coming. Heard about some kind of big standoff at the dam up ahead. I say we make our break for it now. It ain't gonna get any better, that's for sure. I bet they could use our help.
A standoff at the dam, huh?
Any idea who's in charge of this operation? Squad, quiet down.
Yes. And it's me. So,
Sir, hello, sir.
hello.
Check your zone.
Alright, let's fill up on the medic.
I got a bad feeling about this mission. Roger that.
Alright, Chris, we're gonna try and make it to the dam, and that's about it. No, I gotta call it, but, okay, this is where everything was when, remember how everything blew up? Zone your check.
Affirmative, sir. Keeping you in one piece is proving to be quite a challenge.
Yeah, I know.
This might sting a bit. The current situation is looking pretty grim. Roger that.
Boy, that's handy.
Area secure, sir. Let's get the hell out of here! I got your 6. Moving out, Corporal.
You got my 6-pack? Dude, crack one open. Hand it over.
I was told this is gonna be a babysitting job.
I hope it's ice cold.
It's getting short. I've got to pull this assignment.
I thought I drank my 6.
Have you seen any other soldiers from my platoon? Squad, quiet down.
Guess I'm gonna fix something to eat.
This whole operation is out of control. Roger that. This whole operation is out of control. Squad, quiet down. Man, my dogs are bark. Take this! See that one, Corporal? Do you have any idea who's in charge of this operation? Roger that. Sniper school sure paid off today.
It was funny that he said that right as I shot that guy in the eye.
I'm a natural born alien killer.
Oh no, I killed the medic.
Government cover-ups were not in my job description. Roger that. Squad, quiet down. Okay, check in. Clear this area.
Getting a little low on bullets. Alright, let's see if they're smart enough to run around the fire.
I got a bad feeling about this mission. Squad, quiet down. Man, if we make it out of here alive, I'm gonna buy you all a round of beers.
I got no problems with that.
Bar.
I think they got in a battle. Yep, they did. Oh. Well, looks like one of them got out alive.
I got a bad feeling about this mission. Roger that. The current situation is looking pretty grim. Squad, quiet down.
Alright, I think we're about there, Chris. The dam should be just ahead. And yes, that is the dam. Apparently they trapped some kind of monster on there. Suit guy. On a phone? Wonder what I'm supposed to do. Go past him, I guess.
Flank 'em! That's what I'm talking about.
Whatever. So anyway, Chris, yeah, this is the dam. This is where we came out before. And we jumped over it. Now we actually have to go in the pipe. Oh, more buddies.
Shepard, I don't know what those black ops are up to. It doesn't involve getting us out of here alive. We've got no choice but to fight our way out. Let's go!
Oh no, no, no.
Sniper skills sure paid off today.
Oops, wrong gun, wrong gun. Finally, damn. That's funny. I wish I was a little more awake. Alright, so I'm gonna call it. We're gonna turn this corner, we're gonna show you what's here, and then we're gonna call it. Oh yeah, they're raining down missiles from there. And we gotta go get it, and then use it to rain down our own missiles. Like that.
Adrian, is that you? Listen, we're holed up across the mortar field, but we're pinned down by a group of black ops. We'll open the bunker door, but you better get over here quick.
And it's actually gonna take us a day. So, anyway. Cheers, Chris. It's been fun. I gotta get ready for my Sunday. You have a wonderful Sunday yourself. And hopefully we can do the show tonight. Wouldn't that be fun? I'll see you then if I can, and otherwise I'll see you around, and cheers. And you too, Growmiez. Get some sleep.